I begin my journey on the magical and ancient Camino de Santiago. For centuries, people have walked this road in search of peace, nature, spirituality, or history, but it also reveals a fascinating wine trail. I am traveling from El Bierzo in Castilla y León before heading to Ribera Sacra and Rías Baixas to discover 3 of the 8 wine appellations settled around the 800-kilometer pilgrimage road. During the Middle Ages, the winemaking tradition introduced by the Romans was kept alive by the monasteries. Some grape varieties and methods of producing wine may have originated with these monks and pilgrims. In Bierzo, I am visiting Raúl Pérez, one of the most renowned enologists in the world. He has a deep link with the Camino. His first personal wine took its name from the pilgrim's greeting, Ultreya.
I had nothing when I started my project. Every day was a new day, an improvement. It reminded me of the people who walked the Camino and who were fighting to arrive. That vision of the Camino, of the people walking, helped me a lot. That word, Ultreya, represents that eagerness, that voice of encouragement that you need many times to continue.
Raúl works in harmony with the ecosystem, preserving nature, letting it flow. His priority is to influence the grapes as little as possible, then transform them into magnificent, but above all, innovative wines.
I'm passionate about being original, having my own interpretation of the wine. I'm very, very passionate about it because it reflects all my energy.
His energy and work has taken him to the top. He has more than 200 wines on Robert Parker's The Wine Advocate list. 4 days away from El Bierzo, I reach the impressive terraces on the slopes of the Ribera Sacra. Here I'm going to discover the harvest of some of the most treacherous vineyards of the world. This is an heroic harvest. Each plot brings a different attribute to every wine. It's not only about technique, it's about terroir, nature. Winemaking here requires unwavering courage and a rooted sense of tradition, like that of winemaker Pedro Manuel Rodríguez. Descendant of wine growers, he has rediscovered their ancient methods.
In this barrel, we are making wine from an old estate in the traditional way, with the whole bunch of grapes.
Wines macerate with the stems, grapes are fermented with wild yeast, and the most impressive is the traditional grape trading. Guimaro means rebel in Galician. It's a family nickname, but it could also describe a generation of Spanish winemakers who set out to do things differently and conquer the world.
We all started making wines that were different to what was done before in Spain. We were looking for fresher wines, friendlier wines, easier to drink, whilst being more respectful to the land and the varieties that are produced in it.
Most red wines here, as in El Bierzo, are made with Mencía grape. But other local varieties, such as Merenzao or Sousson, have been reintroduced to make fresh and expressive wines. In Rías Baixas, the Albariño variety dominates the landscape. Vines here are tall and trained on trellises, different from any others. Winemaker Vicky Mareque shows me the field ready to be harvested.
It's small, golden, very compact, lots of pips, thick skin, at the perfect point of ripeness to harvest.
Pazo de Señoran's winery is settled in a 16th century manor house bought by Vicky's parents. Her mother started the winery and promoted the foundation of the Rías Baixas appellation 30 years ago. Albariño is the treasure of this land.
This variety is a jewel. It has the right balance between the degree and the acidity that allows us to produce a lot of different types of wine, 100% with one variety. That is the difficult thing to find in other varieties. The more we improve it, it will end up becoming one of the best white varieties in the world.
Who said white wine must always be young? This winery has shown the world that the Albariño also suits the passage of time. There are still many routes to discover in our journey through Spain. Join us on our next trip. Hasta luego!